All right. I have these two clips. I thought they're interesting, so let's check it out.
If you're in your 20s, go hook up with that person you shouldn't be hooking up with. Dating in your 20s is messy. Now is the time to give into the urges and desires so that later on you're not resenting yourself or somebody else for it. Am I being an enabler? Sure, but your 20s is about learning crisis management and your 30s is for crisis prevention. I don't know what pheromones have kicked up in the air, but everyone I know is hooking up with someone they shouldn't, and we need to stop feeling bad for it. Who cares? We're all gonna laugh about it. We're all gonna die one day. That's just my hot take. If you're in your 20s,
That's why I have this right here. Is this video is pretty much the epitome. Are women the root of their own problems in the dating market, and are they the root of men's problems in the dating market as well? Do you think that it's a good idea to just sleep around, to sleep with a whole bunch of men you barely know, men that you know what wouldn't give a shit about you, and you just give them your body? You're giving them your body. You are you are freely letting men use your body. You're not using men. You're getting used. You are you're literally letting men use you as a flashlight. That's great. That's how this is. I said this before. This is amazing to me. Where more than ever, women don't give a shit about their body. They don't give a shit about their body. Then you wonder why men don't mind having sex with women and not giving a shit about them. You wonder why. You wonder why men don't care about using women's bodies. That's the thing where it amazes me that women are the ones to promote this. And I 100% believe that women are the ones to create hookup culture. Women are. Women are fine with being used by men. And this is a thing where this is why men care about body count, because women don't give a shit what they do to themselves. Women don't. Because women know that, you know what? Giving your bodies to a man, it is not that likely in, multiple cases. You won't have some kind of attachment. You won't cop some kind of feel, right? Where you actually have a feeling for him. And then what does it bring? What does it create? It will create the mindset where you may get traumatized, where you may feel used. You may feel like you may get some feelings from the man, and then he doesn't want you because he got what he wanted. Your body. You gave him what he wanted. That was your body. So now you may get some feelings. Guess what? He doesn't want you anymore. That will build trauma. That trauma, now you bring it to the next, you bring it to an actual relationship. Guess what? That man does not deserve your trauma. The trauma that you willingly created yourself.
if you're in your 20s, go hook up with that person you shouldn't be hooking up with. Dating.
That is the stupid. Again, women don't give a shit about other women. This is why I said that. Why, you know what? I think men's content is more beneficial to women. Men's content is more beneficial to women. I've seen a lot of men saying, be selective. Okay? Pick men that you want a future with. Not pick men where you are fine with getting used. I've seen more men say, be selective. Pick better. Pick better. It's like men are not saying, oh yeah, pick the shitty men. Pick shitty men. Pick men that will use you. Pick the Chaz. Pick the Tyrones. Pick the Pookies. Yeah, that's what men are saying. No, men aren't, but women are. Women are. And then, surprise, surprise. Oh, what if you get pregnant? Now you became a baby mama to a man you don't even know. And you know what? Controversial thinking, right? Controversial opinion. I think a lot of baby mamas are just that. They barely know the man, but because they follow stupid ideologies like that, let's just hook up with men that you want to hook up with, men that you don't want, you shouldn't hook up with, but men that you know what, I don't know, you know it's bad, but you still want to hook up with them. Then you wonder why there's a huge amount of baby mamas.
In your 20s is messy. Now is the time to give into the urges and desires so that later on you're not resenting yourself or somebody else for it. Am I being an enabler? Sure, but your 20s is about learning crisis management and your 30s is for crisis prevention.
That's the thing where, okay, your 20s is to hook up, your 30s is to deal with the shit you've done in your 20s. So it sounds like your 30s, you're the traumatized version. And then you wonder why, right? You kind of proves it. You wonder why men, older men, choose to date younger. Why would they want to deal with the traumatized you? Why? Why would men want to deal with the traumatized you? Why? I can never understand what women say, right? Women never give this example or explanation. Why would a man want to deal with the traumatized version of you in your later 30s? Why? Why wouldn't he deal with you in your 20s when you weren't that traumatized? You were more fun, free, you know, not that bothered. Because like she said, go crazy, right? Go crazy in your 20s. Well, why wouldn't men just go with you in your 20s? When you go crazy, you have fun, huh? Instead of dealing with your crazy version in your 30s.
I don't know what pheromones have kicked up in the air, but everyone I know is hooking up with someone they shouldn't. And we need to stop feeling bad for it. Who cares? We're all gonna laugh about it. We're all gonna die one day. That's just my.
We're all gonna die one day. Imagine if everyone actually thought like that or lived by that kind of model. We're all gonna die one day. So just live it up. Guess what? We would live in a chaotic, apocalyptic. So no, let's not listen to idiotic women.
Hot take. If you're in your 20s.
All right, here's the top 3 reasons why you should hook up on the first date. Number 1, because you want to. There's nothing wrong with 2 consenting adults getting down right after you get to know each other. I think that's awesome. If you both want to do it, get after it. Have fun. Number 2, it weeds out the bad ones real quick. Sometimes we go on dates, like, okay, this is like all right. Maybe the conversation's a little like meh, but they seem pretty cool. Then you go home, you hook up, and you're like, oh, Lord, that was terrible. Rather than waiting another, like, I don't know, week, 2 weeks, months, now you're not wasting your time. And number 3, shows you how compatible you are. If you are not physically compatible, it doesn't matter how good the conversations, the shared interests, etc., you're going to have a really hard time building a relationship. So the sooner you find that out, the sooner you can move on. All right, tell me what you think. Make sure you like, comment.
I think you're stupid and you don't care about women. This is a thing where that's why these videos kind of go with each other. Where it's hard for me to understand that do women actually care about other women? Because I don't think so. Hookup culture benefits top tier men or men that gets lucky. Because you can see in our comment section, a whole bunch of men agree. Whole bunch of men agree. Yeah, why wouldn't I agree? Go have sex, right? First date, first time we met. Let's have sex. Who does that benefit? The man gets to fuck you and leave. You are now have been fucked and you're left. Okay. That does good for you? You had terrible sex. He finished. You had terrible sex. On to the next man for you to have more terrible sex. Soulless fucking sex. Great. Awesome. It's like this is the thing where I'm amazed, right? I'm amazed that women seem to want to benefit men more than other women. You wonder why the whole, trans thing is happening, because it seems like women want to benefit men than they do other women. It seems more like women want to hurt women more than they actually do men. All the more power to that, right? It's great. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep continuing the hookup culture, because in reality, men aren't complaining. Men aren't complaining about hookup culture. Now, the men that don't benefit from hookup culture, they're just not talking about it. They just don't. It's what it is. What it is. They just complain about dating. It is what it is. Guess who complains about hookup culture? Women do. Women are the ones to complain about hookup culture. They complain about being used. They complain about men not committing to them. But guess what? You contribute to hookup culture. You are the ones who create it. Sean? What's up, my brother? Thank you. Thank you, Sean. Love ya. Thank you for all the support. Let's break this down.
Share it with your friends. Tell me, would you? All right, here's the top 3 reasons why you should hook up on the first date. Number 1, because you want to. There's nothing wrong with 2 consenting adults getting down right after you get to know each other. I think that's awesome. If you both want to.
I don't disagree. If you're a consenting adult, do what you want. Right? I'm not here telling what adults should not do. Do whatever you want. It don't matter, right? We are all adults. Do what you want. But here's the thing. Um, at the end of the day, we have to sometimes think that, doing what you want does not necessarily mean doing what's best for you. Do whatever you want, but it don't mean you're doing what's best for you. So I don't believe first date. Look, and like I said, great. I mean, what man wouldn't want that, right? What man wouldn't want to get some sex on the first date? Now, horrible. I mean, like, I guess this is an unmanly story, right? I'll probably get flack for it, but I did go on a date with a woman one time, and she wanted to have sex that first date. She wanted to have sex the first date. Uh, this is unmanly. I'll probably get a flack for it. I'll probably get shit on by a whole bunch of men by it. I said no. I wanted to get to know you. I wanted to get to know you. Because I really liked her. I thought she was cool. I thought it was fun hanging out with her. She wanted sex the first date. Guess what? Well, we she didn't continue talking to me. It is what it is. I mean, like, um, that. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that was more my beta beta male days. But I mean, for me personally, as unmanly as it is, I prefer to get to know a woman. I don't really like casual sex. Never been that fun for me. I've done casual sex. It's rarely ever fun. It's rarely ever fun for me. I have better sex when I'm in a committed relationship, or where I actually, where we both like each other. So yeah, for me, casual sex has never been that fun. So yes, maybe it sounds unmanly. It is what it is. But I just don't think that that is the best way to find partners. Okay, to weed out if people are good partners. I don't believe that.
Do it. Get after it. Have fun. Number 2, it weeds out the bad ones real quick. Sometimes we go on dates, like, okay, this is like all right. Maybe the conversation's a little like meh, but they seem pretty cool. Then you go home, you hook up, and you're like, oh, Lord, that was terrible.
Guess what this mentality do? It is garbage. Guess what this thing do, right? This is what women don't understand. The more body counts you have, the more sexual partners you have, the more dissatisfied, okay, with sex that you will be. The rarer it is that there will be men that can actually satisfy you. The more sexual partners you have, the harder it is to be satisfied in sex. There will be very few men that can satisfy you in sex with the more partners you have. The more partners you have, the harder it is for you to pair bond. That is a fact. That is a study. Okay? So guess what? Shit like this will only make shit harder for you. Where one, if you know, if you like block a man, ghost a man because after sex it's shitty, guess what? The next man, there's no guarantee that that sex will be good. And then so on and so on. Because it gets harder, okay, to please you. Because you're so you can get desensitized. So now you may like this is why certain women they need like a mandingo, right? They need a mandingo to satisfy them. Oh, who's that benefit? That will probably only benefit like black men. So really great. And this is a thing where not wasting your time. I find it disgusting that women think that okay, that's how they will vet for men, so they won't waste their time. Instead of, you know what? Is he morally sound? What kind of personality he is? What is he? Maybe even political views, maybe even social views. You know, things about his past, how he talks to you. You know, how he interacts with you. It's like seriously, there's so many other shit where you know you can judge a man for, right? Vet a man, see if he's a good man or not, and not waste your time. Than sex. Because here's the thing. Here's the thing where, in my honest opinion, fine, if the first night of sex, when you barely know each other, okay, wasn't that good. Imagine if you got to know him and then you loved him. He was amazing. Every way he's amazing, right? He completely does it for you. Isn't that foreplay? Right? Isn't that like foreplay? And then fine. Then you guys have sex. You know, after maybe weeks to months of getting to know each other really well. Then you have sex. It wasn't that good. Okay. But you love him. He's amazing, all this stuff. Then you talk, you get to know each other, you try, you make it better. And then sex will gradually get better. It's like, is it that hard? Is it that crazy? That you actually, you know what? Talk it out, make it better. Instead of hoping that, you know what? First night you got with a porn star? Come on. You know, you got with the most, you know, Chad ever. It's like seriously, guess what men, okay, would be amazing in bed? The men that have done it a lot. The men that don't have problems with women. The men that have had a lot of sex with women. That's what women want? It's like, really? Then you are pretty much your own worst enemy.
Rather than waiting another, like, I don't know, week, 2 weeks, months, now you're not wasting your time. And number 3, shows you how compatible you are. If you are not physically compatible, it doesn't matter how good the conversations, the shared interests, etc., you're going to have a really hard time building a relationship.
It is kind of insane where you use sexual compatibility because that I, this is a thing where it's funny that women say because in all reality, who are the ones, right? Who are the ones to create sexless marriages, men or women? More than likely, it is a woman that will create a sexless marriage. So, to base things on sexual compatibility instead of, you know what, how about personal compatibility, who you are inside, where, you know, you can have a deeper connection and then grow sexual compatibility or create sexual compatibility, makes more sense. Makes more sense where you have a deeper connection with someone instead of just an only physical. Because at the end of the day, unless you think that you are gonna have sex like rabbit every day for the rest of your life? That don't make sense. Because here's the thing: what happens when the sex gets, I don't know, either boring or it gets, what would I say? Because again, sex is, you don't do more, you don't have more sex as you get older. So how about when sex dwindle down, that that person you are sexually compatible with, now you don't even care about this personality. You don't even like his personality. You don't even like his character. Now what? It's better if like you guys like each other, who you are personally, right? And then you could build every other shit. I swear to God, it's like women seem to want to destroy women. It's like women are the definition of misery love company.
So the sooner you find that out, the sooner you can move on. All right, tell me what you think. Make sure you.
And this is a thing where this shit like this is what creates the chads, the players. This mindset, women like this, women like the other one, facilitates the creation of players, facilitates the creations of chads. This is why top tier men can have sex with multiple women. This is why top tier men, don't need to settle down. They don't need to settle down. They don't care or want to settle down. They can just have sex with a whole bunch of these women. They can run through all these women, and then after these women are run through, they become recreational use only. Now these women are tired. Oh my God, these men only want to have sex with me. Only want to use me. Really? They only want to have sex with you? Because honestly, it seems like that's what you promote. So guess what? You create the men that only want to have sex with you, and now you've been put to the only sex category. You can't get out of it. You can't get out of it because here's the thing. You try to get out of it. Well, now the men that are good men, nice guys, you are unsexually compatible because you've been ran through. You've been ran through. You need the chads. You need the players because you will be unsexually satisfied with the good guys because you've been ran through. You've been traumatized. You've been used. You are now a slave. You are now you're just uncompatible. You're not suitable for normal relationships. So I don't know. What do you think?